Adopt a School is a program that teams a school up with a community partner. Schools all over Tuscaloosa are looking for organizations to partner with, and it's Adopt a School Week. Here to tell us more about what's going on is Representative John Merrill. He's here on behalf of First Federal Bank. John, thanks much for being with us today.
Danny, thanks for having me. It's always good to be with you.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure. Good seeing you again. I know they keep you busy down in Montgomery, but we're glad that you came or took time to come in and talk with us about Matthews Elementary today.
Absolutely. We are very fortunate to have such an outstanding Adopt a School partner in Matthews Elementary, and this relationship is one that's been beneficial for our bank as well as for the school for several years now. And I'm excited to be a part of that team because, as you know, for many years, actually 16 years and 31 days, I had the privilege to serve as the spokesperson for our county school system, and that enabled me to see a lot of the relationships that were going on with the Adopt a School partnership from a business perspective as well as a school perspective. But now I'm able to be on the inside with our efforts from First Federal and Matthews.
Well, there you go. And talk to us a little bit about what that relationship allows you guys to do. What are you able to get in there and do with the kids?
Well, I think one of the key ingredients to success is making sure that you identify what the needs are at the school level, and then you see what your resources are at the institution level, whether it's a bank or a company or a business or some other institution like that, and then try to find a way to meet the needs that the learning institution has with the business needs that they can provide. And one of the things that we've been able to do at First Federal is to find a way to help our families. So we have many struggling families throughout our system, but we have some of those at Matthews as well. And so being able to provide for some of those families at Christmas time, whether it's feeding them and providing clothing for them that's been identified as a particular need from the school counselor or from David Scott, who's such an able administrator there as the principal at Matthews. Also being able to provide turkeys at Thanksgiving and being able to provide opportunities for students to go on field trips that they wouldn't normally be able to go on if it wasn't for the partnership that we have with Matthews Elementary School.
Well, there you go. And a lot of times the partners, too, are able to do things with the kids in a way to where they get to experience the career that that particular partner is involved with.
That's right, through job shadowing and things of that nature. And another element of Adopt a School that's been overlooked, and not one that has been present in our particular partnership, but the opportunity for teachers and other folks that work at the school to be able to work in industry through the Teacher and Industry program that we've had with the Adopt a School program that we started several years ago as well. So I think anytime you can have that introduction and orientation from the business community into education and from the education community into business, it's a double blessing for both, and it enables both to be able to appreciate more the strength and the experience that each offer.
Absolutely. And John, talk to us just a little bit about, a lot of times people will say, well, it's an interesting concept, but I just don't think our business can afford to do something like that. It's really not all that expensive, is it?
Well, it's not. It really can be almost inexpensive to the point where there's hardly anything other than sweat equity that can be invested. But I would challenge anybody in our community that's interested in Adopt a School at any level to call Lou Whitfield at Adopt a School at 391-0563 and share with her their desire to get involved because they want to find a way to serve the students in our community, and she'll make sure that you have a way of getting involved. I don't think anybody should be deterred because they say, well, we don't have enough money in order to participate. And then some others might say, we've got some money, but we don't have the manpower to participate. Again, Danny, I think it's so important for all individuals to realize the key is identifying what the needs are at the local school, then seeing what your resources are and how they can complement what's going on.
All right, super. John, thanks so much for being with us
Danny,
today.
thank you for having me.
Yes, sir, our pleasure. You can find out more about Adopt a School by calling 205-391-0563, or you can find them online at TuscaloosaChamber.com.